Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully everybody doing great out there. Me, I'm doing okay. Things are improving as far as health wise. And Virgil's getting better. He was under the weather. Grace has got a cold also. And she's one busy little lady too, by the way. Virgil has some events coming up for school. Naturally, a class Christmas party. And then the band event coming up where they're having a competition. My understanding is we'll have to go and probably end up staying overnight at a place. Uh, it's not that far, but I don't drive at night. Only about an hour away, something like that, a little over. But, I don't drive at night. If you lived here, you'd understand why. Even if you got good eyes, it's difficult to drive at night here, period. Not safe. I'll let it rest at that. Anyway, what's new? Well, we got an electric bill yesterday. Unreal. I knew it was going to be big because of the weather. We have. It's been on the extreme side, and I knew that I was still a little more than I expected, but I knew it was going to be big. Because there were days I was lucky to produce 10%, 15, something like that. And my solar panels, which only relates to around 400 watts, something like that, 5 at the top, which basically just maintains the batteries for brownouts. And so I'm not getting much as far as used to reduce the electric bill. Hopefully, here in the near future, I can increase my solar panels, which will make a dramatic difference. If I can get it up to around 8,000 watts total panels, in other words, I need to add about over 5,000 watts to my existing panels. On cloudy days, according to the way things have been working here with what I've got, it still would be usable. We're talking about heavy clouds, not just we're talking about overcast, gray, dark days. I should be able to get a minimum 1,000, 1,500 watts, which would be usable. That's about what I use per hour. That would make a sizable difference. According to that, the system would pay for itself in a relatively short period of time. If I could get it to kind of do the math on top of my head, how long it would take to recover once I got everything in place. Most of what I've got right now has actually paid for itself. It's because of I've had it long enough, and some of this equipment that I have replaced, part of that money came from the sale of the old equipment. So it's not paid for itself yet, the stuff I've replaced, the new batteries and inverter. But it only take about another year on my calculations to recover the money on those. Now, if I was to invest another $1,500 or roughly 70, 80,000 pesos, thereabouts, it would take approximately about almost 3 years to recover my money at current electricity rates. Uh, which is, that's not bad. Of course, the rates here is pretty expensive, no more than what I've used. I use about a third or less than what someone in the States would use as far as use goes. I've got a relative, they average, well, my daughter average, I use that for an example. They run usually 1,200 to 1,500 kilowatts per month. I'm using about, roughly about 600. Of course, I would pass out if I use 1,500 kilowatts here. Anyway, my electric bill this month for roughly 300 kilowatts. The rest of it was solar. But it's about $150. I know it don't sound bad, but it's bad here. But it's okay. Just something that I sit and think about how to improve. When I do this step, I'm going to replace the 9-year-old wiring that I got up there. All that wiring will be replaced. And I'll get some new conduit to extend the life of the new wiring, even though it's supposed to be set up for sunlight resistant. Still, I'll use conduit because there ain't nothing 100% here. That's just the way it is. And I want to separate my north and south side, which would improve the efficiency. Right now, the way I'm set up, it's all series together, north and south together. Which, if I had to separate it, it would improve the efficiency. But that's that for that. Now, upcoming Christmas, I'm so much looking forward to that. That's really a relief point for me because I get to see all these kids with smiles and playing those games, and really looking forward to that. It looks like Grace may have found a location where we can buy the rice. We'll know here probably this week, within the next couple of days. Try to get that together. December's a tough month for the whole family here because everybody's busy getting things together and prepared. Grace is planning games and stuff for the adults and kids. So this is going to be, hopefully, it will be great. It should be. Looking forward to it. Oh, yeah. Looking forward to the food give out, and that's what I look forward to. Especially, you see the adults, they appreciate it as much as the kids. You just have to live here to just get that feeling how much these people really appreciate just small tokens. It reminds me of times, when I was growing up, I grew up, we basically didn't have anything. We just lived off the land mostly. But my grandmother, she managed to have food for anybody come to the door. And it's basically the same thing I do here. I don't know if she instilled that into me. Even back then, I can remember inviting someone in to sit down and have a meal. What a good feeling that was. I was just overwhelmed with the gladness that put food in someone's stomach that was in dire need. We canned food and one thing and another, so we had food all winter, but we earned it. We worked for it. Oh, a lot of work. I don't miss all that either. But we didn't go hungry. We didn't have no money, but we didn't go hungry. Milking the cows, feeding the pigs and chickens. It was all part of our daily life. Going to school. I was a pretty big kid before we even had electricity. I probably 8 or 9 year old, I guess. But I remember doing homework, kerosene light, as they call it. The hurricane lanterns, as some people call them. I remember that. And we used a old warm morning stove, the kitchen stove during that time. It was a wood burner to cook on and also helped with the heat in the wintertime. Carry the wood in and coal. Anyway, folks, I'm going to rattle on here. I could do this all day. Anyway, everybody take care. Thanks for watching. And don't mind, if you don't mind, God, I can't tongue tie so easy anymore. Don't forget to smile. Maybe someone will give you one back. So, until next time, y'all take care now.